Hey all, hi, welcome back to my channel. This week, or today rather, I kind of made the impromptu decision to film a video that I've never really filmed before, rather a video type that I've never filmed before. It's like kind of a vlog, but kind of more like a food vlog. I thought, because I see this all the time as like went from people who are like actually influencers. And so I thought I would do like a what I eat in a week type video as someone who is like very much a self-proclaimed real girl.
Oh, hi. Okay. Editing Alanna here. I exported the footage from like the first part of the day as I was just, doing kind of the rest of my stuff because I'm already on my computer and looking at the fact that I'm already at like pretty much the 30-minute mark. So I'm making the decision now before I even finish the rest of my day filming and like what I eat to just do what I eat in a day rather than what I eat in a week, because that's going to end up being like a 4-hour long video because I just can't stop talking. So just correcting this halfway through for the record, this is what I eat in a day. I do talk about the week multiple times and all of that remains true, but this is just going to give you some insight into a single day in Alanna's life in terms of food consumption, okay? Okay, on a very active day because I do have soccer tonight, so stay tuned for the rest of this video.
I'm not on any kind of like very particular fitness regime, though I have been significantly more active and doing like more athletic things in the last couple of months than, my usual routine. And I'm definitely seeing changes in my physical body as a result, but like it's not like 2 + 2 = 4 kind of thing. Like it's not necessarily I'm trying to like get slimmer or more fit. I mean, everyone would love to be most people would love to be more fit, I'm sure. But I'm like heavily doing soccer. I'm doing 2 hours of dance and stretch a week plus my own routines at home. But I also just like have very busy weeks and I love to cook. But like in an average week, I thought it would just be kind of fun to like show you guys what I as a real girl actually eat. I'm not over here obsessing about like macros or specific protein counts or like, going on a keto diet or like anything low carb. This is just like very organic to me. Like this is not a forced menu. Some of it will be super healthy. Some of it is going to just be like, girl, have you eaten a vegetable in the last 48 hours? It's just past noon, and it's a Monday, and I've already eaten my like breakfast and I'm on microwave probably 6 of my coffee. But usually to start my day, like I start with coffee. It's pretty rare that I feel like I need to eat right away in the morning. Sometimes I do wake up absolutely ravenous, but usually I'm just like, I need my coffee. And so this morning, it was a fresh pot of coffee day. And at home, I make my coffee in a French press. But as you can see, like there's still tons of coffee left over here. I usually only drink 1 cup a day and it takes me like hours to complete. So this, once it's cooled, it's cool enough now, it goes into the fridge and then I drink that for, like a day or 2. And then I make a fresh pot. And in my coffee, I have 2 teaspoons of maple syrup and vanilla oat milk. I was on a chocolate oat milk kick for a very long time, but I'm past that now. It's no longer my hyperfixation coffee. So it's just vanilla oat milk. Currently using the 0 sugar added unsweetened vanilla oat milk. It's fine because I add maple syrup. I don't like using sugar. I just don't like regular sugar. I like maple syrup. I like the taste of maple syrup. So I'm using 100% pure Canadian maple syrup, 2 teaspoons. It's just sweet enough. And that's my coffee. And then what else do I eat in the morning, you may ask? I think I've talked about this before, but maybe not. We have my supplements. I put my supplements on a little plate, including my like anxiety medication. Hello, sertraline. Because if I don't, then I don't know if I've actually taken it or not. Like I used to just keep my medication bottle like in front of me at my desk every single day. And I was like, if I'm looking at it, I'll know. But then I would be looking at it and be like, I'm pretty sure I took this, but I actually don't know if I took it. And what if I take it now when I'm thinking about it, but now I've actually double dosed myself. So it's just getting very messy. So now if I put things out, like I could use one of those like capsule things, you know, with the like weekly whatever. No, it's fine. I just put all of my things on a little plate, and if I walk by it, I know that I still haven't taken that in the day. So I've already taken my multivitamins. When it comes to like multivitamins, and these gummies are like biotin, like hair, skin, and nails type supplement. Usually those have a requirement to like take them within 2 hours of your other medications. So I really do try and space them all out throughout the day. I don't like taking it in clumps because I'm not trying to like have any contraindications. So my multivitamins were taken first thing in the morning. That's easy. They're also chewable. And I've got vitamin D. My last blood work came back and my specialist was like, you are vitamin D deficient currently, which hasn't happened to me in years, like maybe a decade. So I'm now taking vitamin D as well, probiotic, and then my anti-anxiety. And as I said, this is the hair, skin, and nails. And I think it's doing something for my nails, my hair maybe too, don't know. Sometimes I throw in like another digestive. I've got like a turmeric supplement, which if I'm noticing like upset tummy or whatever, I'll add that. But this is usually like my standard routine. And then I had a bagel. I eat the Odo's bagels. They're the gluten-free ones. And this morning I had my bagel with this summer fresh dill pickle hummus, which if you love a dill pickle, if you love dill in general, this is like delicious. Plus, you know, it's hummus, so you're getting a little bit of protein there. 2 grams, whole 2 grams. So much protein, but it's, you know, it's something. Plus it's delicious, and just a bagel with some dill pickle hummus, and it was great. Not a huge amount of food for breakfast, but again, unless I'm like absolutely ravenous, I don't do that. I don't do big breakfasts. On the weekends, if my boyfriend is making breakfast, I'll have like a breakfast, but even then it's like significant, it's like half his portion. But because I'm on my lunch break, I'm gonna stop chattering. I'm going to do some food prep because I have soccer tonight, and then the rest of the week I imagine is going to be pretty busy. So I just want to prep some things, and I've got a limited grocery quantities. Like my fridge is pretty empty right now. I have almost no protein, so I'm gonna have to go pick up like chicken or something, fish maybe. But right now I'm going to just do some food prep. I've got some, let's re-angle the dangle here a little bit so you can see. I'm gonna make a nice big pot of quinoa, and then I've got some nuts that I'm just going to roast in the oven so I can add them to my salad, and then I'm gonna make beautiful kind of like chickpea salad coleslaw. My mom used to make this all the time, and it's one of my favorite things to eat in the summer. It's basically just carrots, red cabbage, red onion, and a full can of chickpeas. And I happen to have a jalapeno pepper that needs to be used, so I'm gonna throw some of that in there, and that's the food prep situation that's gonna happen today. And I'm excited, and I'm actually starting to feel hungry, so we gotta get this show on the road. So I'm gonna start with the quinoa. I'm gonna double the amount that I made on the weekend because, as I said, I want more. So I'm gonna do 4 cups of water. Gotta let that come to a boil. And I like to, I forgot to do this again. Usually I toast my quinoa to kind of like get rid of some of that bitterness, but this is now the second time that I've forgotten to do that. But I like to add a little bit of flavor to my quinoa. So I am going to add some of this Better Than bouillon to the water. This is the veggie version, seasoned vegetable base. It is delicious, like my favorite bouillon probably ever. It's a little bit pricey, but it's so worth it because it is phenomenal. So, and this is what I did on the weekend too. And I don't have that much left, but it just adds a nice flavor to the quinoa without having to like over-season it yourself. Gotta get out my little food processor for my salad. This bowl may be too tiny, but it's fine. Okay. Had to do some camera adjustments because I'm using my teeny tiny tripod. So yeah, I am going to start with my jalapeno pepper just because it's here. And obviously we don't want to die from spice, so I'm going to de-seed and devein it and put the other half back towards the fridge, green bin, because you know, trying to be a little bit environmentally friendly here. And we're really just going for the jalapeno flavor. If we get a little bit of a kick of spice, that's cool too, but it's not essential. All right, and our water is coming to a boil. Very aggressively. This is the thing about a gas stove, is everything just burns so much hotter. But it's ready for the quinoa. And I'm doing 2.5 cups. Flan cam activated. Don't judge the state of my stovetop, please. Difficult to keep clean. And we're going to turn that down, and then I need to go get the lid, and then that will simmer for 15-16 minutes. Now I'm gonna do my carrots. I need to chop and peel them first, and I feel like I'm gonna start with 2.5 here. Where is my blade? That's very important to the whole dynamic. Now, obviously this is quite a tiny food processor, so I have to go slowly. But you know, this is what we've got. And I'm just chopping off the ends of my carrots first, and then we're gonna peel them. Now, as I'm peeling and starting to meditate on my whole process, I'm already rethinking this bowl. And because I'm essentially doing meal prep and not like serving this, I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight to my Tupperware. This might be a little bit too small, but this is the largest I have, but I can use this bowl to dress the nuts that I'm gonna roast later. But this is just, it's all gonna end up in a Tupperware. Anyways. So, may as well go straight to the source. Okay, hopefully this isn't too much for my little processor to handle here. And I'm using the chop button. Not that you can really see that, but I only have 2 options here anyways. But we're going with chop, not grind. Now the key for this salad is it's very much like a coleslaw, but I want the pieces of the carrots to be tiny. It's almost a salad that you can eat with a spoon, but like if you can see that, like this is kind of also how I would do my carrots if I was making like a carrot cake. This isn't the strongest of the like food processors, so I'm definitely gonna have some bigger chunks, but that's okay. But overall, this is like the size of the carrots that I want. I'm just gonna take my knife and scrape the rest. And then we shall prepare for the red cabbage. Now this is pretty fresh. I only made this on the weekend, so like I don't have to like peel off the outside. Sometimes if you leave it in the fridge for too long, it gets a little like soft. There's a few like kind of soft pieces, but that's it. I'm just gonna cut off the base there because that's a little bit too hard. And then just like the carrots, I'm gonna chop this down into manageable sizes for my food processor. Manageable-ish. And definitely have to do this in parts. So I'm gonna get so purple. We have some stubborn pieces in here, but just pull those out and go into the next round. There's still a giant stubborn piece in here. So rude. Okay, as you can see, that is a ton of cabbage. Like this is full now, so lucky me, I actually had to save the rest of this and put it back in the fridge. Now, I'm not totally done. I am going to add some fresh cilantro, and because I'm lazy, I'm just gonna toss it in here and let this already dirty tool do the work for me. Perfect. There is carrot and cabbage everywhere. I'm just gonna use my spatula just to really get all of the rest of the stuff that's in here. And I don't want anything to go to waste. Go over there. Now, where did my chickpeas go? Just a single can. This is a smaller can than I would normally use, but 'tis what was on sale and didn't have any preservatives in it. So I'm actually gonna get rid of the majority of the aquafaba. Just poured a little bit of that out, but I do kind of want some of that liquid in there. So I'm just dumping the rest of those chickpeas in here. And usually I would have more onions in this. I pickled my own onions. Delicious. So I'm going to use the rest of the onions that are in there, and then rather than using a vinegar, I'm going to use, because this is still pretty fresh, I'm going to use the pickle liquid from here as part of my dressing. And all of my tongs are dirty, so I need to fish out the onions that are in here, because I do want those in my salad. Usually I would just use fresh red onion, but the pickled onion does add just a nice flavor. So I'm just going to kind of haphazardly chop those pickled onions. Add those. And the dressing for this salad is pretty simple. Pepper, salt. And I always use pink Himalayan, but also look at how cute these salt and pepper shakers are. I like a lot of pepper, so I'm gonna go reasonably heavy-handed on that. Then my salt, olive oil, and this is my vinegar substitute, and I'm gonna go pretty heavy-handed on that too. I like things tart and vinegary. So now, because we're using the Tupperware, I can use this to shake. Okay, let's give this a little flavor test. Oh, look I just discovered a huge chunk of carrot. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's a massive chunk of carrot. Needs just a dash more salt. And more of that. It's okay if it's liquidy. This is not a science here. This is always an experiment in Linda's kitchen. Now, this salad is always better if it's been left to like sit and kind of like soak in its juices. So I'm definitely gonna give it like an hour, but that tastes so good. Just pop it into the fridge. I'm gonna pop that back in the fridge. Clearly I don't need this. Pantry. Okay, and 20 seconds away from my quinoa being done, so I'm just gonna take it off the heat and let it kind of sit and percolate a little bit more. Back to the land cam here with very riveting content, but as you can see, the quinoa is cooked. It is fluffy, it is steaming. I can't wait to eat this, guys. I'm so hungry. But this is so much delicious quinoa. I'm so excited. And now to clean this mess. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to preheat my oven to like 425 and get ready to do my toasted nuts, because I think, again, as a protein and like fat source, that's what I'm going to be adding to my salads and just having around as like a snacky thing. It's just a good topper, and they've just been sitting in my pantry, so they need to be used. Now I'm going to go pretty simple. We're going to do maple syrup, olive oil, a little bit of cayenne, salt, and I've got raw cashews. Not very many, again, which is just why it's nice to kind of do something with those. And then pecan halves. And not following any sort of recipe, just kind of going with my gut. Olive oil, salt, maple syrup, organic maple syrup. And because I'm a little spicy, I'm gonna just, that's a lot. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon here, and I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle some cayenne. I didn't use the whole thing, because that's gonna, cayenne gets spicier as you cook it. So going back in with my little spatula thing here, what do you call this? I don't know. Definitely needs a little bit more salt. Baking sheet. I'm all out of parchment paper, so I'm using tin foil. Honestly, my least favorite cooking accoutrement, but 'tis all we have. And I'm just gonna dump this all out here, making sure that I've got every last scoop of the goods. And spreading that around. Now, I hope you're not getting any fancy ideas, because honestly, the rest of this week I pretty much guarantee is going to be all leftovers and a lot of ramen noodles. At some point there will be potatoes involved. And roasted carrots, I'm sure. And like I said, I will go to the grocery store and I will be picking up chicken or fish or something. Maybe some shrimp, but usually those meals occur on weekends when I'm preparing dinner for my boyfriend. But once the oven is ready, that's going to go in. And like, that's kind of a food prep. See you when I actually eat some of it. I just had a very hot bite of that quinoa, and it is so good. I also filled up my enormous hydro jug here because your girl needs to drink water. I haven't had any water yet today, and it's 1 o'clock, and I also need to like go back to my desk and continue cooking. But this is, I don't know, one of these things is milliliters. I think this is 750 milliliters. It's totally not enough, but I need to hydrate. My oven also just dingled, which means I can put these in now. And again, it didn't follow a recipe, so I'm just putting them in for 30 and seeing what that does. In other completely unrelated news, look at this mirror that I got. $38 on clearance at HomeSense, and I love it. This is my little like exercise nook, and I really wanted a mirror here. And I love what it does to the space, but I also just love that it's like quite substantial. Like I can really see my whole body if I stand back. I can do my plies if I want to. Ignore this box, that's for the cat. But I love this. I love this mirror so much. I'm so glad that I did this, and I hung it all by myself because we don't need men for these kinds of things. I mean, it would be nice if I had had help, but we can do things on our own. We are independent, real girls. Also, yes, I'm still kind of in my PJs. Don't judge me. I work from home. And then, here we have a sleeping creature. So deeply asleep and cozy that even a poke from her disruptive mummy. Oh, she is deeply offended. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But, oh yes, hello, big stretchies and scratchies, and oh please, mummy, please stop bothering me. But if you're going to bother me, give me scratches. She's so cute. Come on now. She was never a couch cat, and now she's a couch cat. Heaven. Heaven. Ow. Okay, that's enough. Okay, we're back with the land cam. LOL. Don't ever follow me being a chaotic chef, because this was way overdone. We've got some burnt and unrecoverable nuts here. Charred. Apparently oven roasted nuts only require like 8 minutes. So as soon as I started to smell things getting a little burny, I obviously pulled them out. I didn't leave them in for the full time that I put on the thing, but I'm gonna have to. I already tried to eat them to see if they were salvageable, and there's some in here that certainly are not, but there's definitely also some in here that are fine. So I'm gonna let that cool, and I'm gonna have a bowl. So good. And it's like the first hot day. Am I in track pants? Yes. But like, oh my god. Oh my god. Finally warm weather. And even though it's windy, it's delightful.
Okay. It is almost 6 o'clock. I am so sweaty because I just spent the last 30 minutes outside in the sun, fully coated in sunscreen, but also wanting just to get some sun, just to make the most of this beautiful day. I was able to sign off work at 4 o'clock, which was really nice because I started early. Popped over to the grocery store, got my lean ground chicken, and picked up my favorite kombucha, which I am drinking as a little caffeine boost, but also cool drink because I'm sweating so aggressively. I also picked up another box of my banana bread chocolate chip Lara bars. This is what I'm going to eat as my like pre-soccer game little meal. I really don't like to play sports or do like intense physical activity with a full dinner in my stomach, so I will be eating when I get home, which I know also isn't the most ideal, but it's like when you have a 9 p.m. soccer game, it's really tough. So I'm gonna snack on one of these. I'll probably put another bar in my bag just in case I get hungry. It's super, super hot, and we've already had one of our players pull out of the game tonight because of heat stroke. So I have been staying hydrated all day. I will make sure that I have things to like spike my blood sugar and also have a very, very full, very cold bottle of water with me. Like my hydro jug will be filled with ice, and I'll probably also put my like electrolyte / probiotic mix in there too. But this is kind of what we're doing this evening for food. I ate lunch so late it was like 2 o'clock by the time I finally ate food. Like, I think I filmed a little clip. It was like 1:45 and I was just starting to dig into my bowl. So like, that's a really late lunch for me. And I'm not feeling hungry. And I do not want to play with like a full tummy of food. I can't do that. It will put me to sleep. So I need to stay as energized as possible. And the good thing about the kombucha, it's got a little bit of caffeine in it. So I'm getting a little caffeine kick. And I'm just going to like chill for the next hour or so, watch some TV, knit. But this is what I'm eating right now. Energy boost. Again, we've got some like good, healthy fats and proteins. And kombucha isn't terrible for you. Plus, this is my absolute favorite one ever. It's so good. And so much water. But I also just came over here because she's moved now. But like, look at this snuggly little face. I just wanted to cuddle with her because she's so cute. She's so cute. So cute. So cute. Right? Are you the cutest? I am now covered in cat hair, but that's just the life of a cat mom. Okay. I'll see you later when I'm gonna have my very late, like 10:30 p.m. dinner. Can't wait. Bye.
Oh, hi. It's 10:47 p.m. I'm finally home from my soccer game. We tied. First time my team has tied in so long. So I'm absolutely jacked up on endorphins. I am positively thrilled. It was such a fun game. We played really well. I'm gonna have a nice bruise. Super looking forward to that. But now I'm positively starving. So the oven is on and I am actually going to make myself a pizza. I don't feel like leftovers. I really want the stuff that I made early today to be my food for the rest of the week. But luckily I had a frozen pizza, and I'll show you the kind of frozen pizza that I eat in just 1 second now that the shin pads are off, and I'm gonna go put those away. Look at how disgusting. It was ridiculously hot in the dome, which is where we play. This is the pizza. It is my favorite frozen pizza. For the longest time, the frozen pizza that I would eat, that I could eat, was from the brand Dea. But then my boyfriend and I discovered this one, and it's a pizza oggi. Oggi? Don't know. But it's plant-based, and it's on a cauliflower crust, so it's vegan and gluten-free, and it is so good. This is the Siciliana version, so it's got the Beyond Meat sausage crumble, and it is truly my new favorite. So the oven is already preheating. I'm going to take this out. I also picked up some parchment paper when I went to the grocery store earlier today. Very grateful that I remembered that I needed that. Oh boy, it is so exciting to actually come home from a game that you didn't absolutely get crushed in, you know? Usually we lose so badly it's not even worth talking about. But today we played really well. We were actually well matched with the team. It was, yeah, and it was just fun. Like when the games aren't fun, you come home soul crushed. But tonight was great. And there was no drama. There was some team drama last week. Not gonna get into it. I also packed a little cooler bag filled with ice because of how hot it was, and everyone was immensely grateful. Like, it was just a really good call. So I'm just gonna dump this into the sink to melt. But yeah, it was a really good call to bring ice packs and just like ice cubes because we were all completely dying. Like the ref actually gave us a couple of breaks because of how ridiculously hot it was. So while the oven continues to heat up, I'm gonna go have a quick shower. I don't love the fact that I'm showering at 11 o'clock at night, and it's gonna have to be a hair wash shower because I'm so sweaty, but it is what it is. I do not want to go to bed this sweaty. If I hadn't sweated as much as I did in that game, I probably would have been like, you can push it to tomorrow, but that is not the case today. She is the sweaty, sticky girl. And smelly. Of course. But then I'm gonna make a tea. And thanks to my little plate, I see that I still have to take my anxiety medication. So remember for me, will you? Well, I am clean. I don't know how long my hair is going to take to dry, but I'm very likely going to have to go to bed just with it wet. And that's just what happens when you have a 9 p.m. soccer game and you sweat like a mother. But my pizza is ready. I'm going to eat half of it. I'm going to enjoy it because I'm actually now starving. And then I should realistically have some time to digest, but I'm so tired. My body is really starting to like sink into the jiggly wiggly pain and my knee hurts. I'm gonna have a real nice bruise. So I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna drink some more water. I refilled my bottle. And that's everything I eat in a day. If, again, I think I mentioned this earlier, I didn't have the pizza tonight, it probably would have been like oatmeal had I actually had like more of a substantial meal. Or like I've got multiple packages of the Momofuku ramen, which is delicious. If anyone's been seeing those ads on Instagram, like and you love ramen, pull the trigger. It is totally worth it. They're expensive, but it's so good, and I do eat a lot of those. But I have also been having some like kind of bloaty tummy issues, and that's when I pull back from the wheat consumption. And usually the ramen noodles is like the only wheat thing that I'm eating. But yeah, honestly, my day-to-day is pretty much what you saw. I do try and get like veggies in there every now and then. I get back on the smoothie train, but just that wasn't in the cards. But this pizza is always in the cycle during the week, and it's real good. Oh, so good. I can pass away into the night quite happy now. Even just with that single bite, it's just so delicious. All right, y'all. That was everything for me today. Love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you